हेलो व्यूअर्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल अगेन, मैथपीडिया बाय अंशुमन सिन्हा। एंड मेरा नाम अंशुमन सिन्हा है और व्यूअर्स मैंने अपना पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन में जो है वो मैथ में किए हैं और मैं बीएड भी पास हूँ और मैं अपने इस चैनल पे वीडियो अपलोड करते रहता हूँ फॉर हायर लेवल मैथमेटिक्स लाइक BSc standard, class 10th 12th standard, 12th standard, 11th standard, and I am uploading my video in my channel lower class mathematics, lower standard mathematics also. So as you can see from the board that today we are going to teach you probability. As you can see from the board, we have already started probability. You can see from my channel, and we are doing conditional probability, and that's from conditional probability from class 12 standard. Hope you are able to see it. And today where again we will be discuss some more things about probability. Hope it is visible to you. So as you can see from the board, today we will discuss multiplication theorem on probability. Okay, multiplication theorem on probability, it is written in the board. Now multiplication theorem, what is the multiplication theorem? If A and B, two events, okay, on the same sample space S, understood? A and B be two event on the same sample space S, then the simultaneous occurrence when A and B occur simultaneously, okay, that can be denoted by A intersection B or simply AB, understood? So that is the multiplication of two events AB. A intersection B can be written as AB. Now what is the multiplication theorem? Come to the theorem. The multiplication theorem is P of AB. P of AB, that's equals to P of A intersection B equal to PA into P of B minus A, where both the probabilities of P of A and P of B are not equals to 0. This can be also be written as P of B into P of A by B, understood? Now here comes the proof. We know that from the conditional probability that P of A by B is equal to P of A intersection B by P of B. Okay, now from here if we just cross multiplying this, if we cross multiplying this, we are getting P of B into P of A by B is equal to P of A intersection B. Similarly, the conditional probability of B when A is already happened, P that can be denoted as P of B by A, that's equals to P of A intersection B by P of A. Again cross multiplying, we are getting P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B by A, understood? So this is for two events A and B, two events. For three events, if we take three events A intersection B intersection C, so we are getting P of A into P of B by A into P of C by A intersection B, or P of A into P of B by A into P of C by AB. Okay, hope you understand it. Similarly, it can be goes up to 4 or more events. Okay, so that's the multiplication rule for three events. This is the multiplication rule. Multiplication rule for three events. Okay, next move to our another topic. Next we are going to discuss properties of conditional probability. We are going to discuss properties of conditional probability. First property we have already discussed and the proof I have already shown to you. Next, come to first theorem, that is there will be for properties of conditional probability there will be three theorem. The first theorem I have already discussed. Next, come to theorem number 2. Theorem number 2. What is theorem number 2? If A and B be two event on the same sample space, A, B be two event in same sample space S, okay, then E be another event where P of E not equals to 0, then what is the theorem? Then P of A union B by E, that's equals to P of A by E plus P of B by E minus P of A intersection B by E. Okay, now let's come to the proof of it. P of A union B by E, conditional probability, so that's equals to P of A union B intersection E by P of E. Okay, next this is equal to, now P of A union B intersection E. So if we apply the distributive law here, we are getting P of A intersection E union B intersection E, okay, by P of E. Now we know that for two event A union B, this is from class 11 probability, P of A union B is equal to PA plus PB minus P of A intersection B. Okay, now here we can write it that this can be written as P of A intersection E plus P of B intersection E minus P of A intersection E intersection B intersection E divided by P of E. Hope you are able to visualize it. Okay, next this is equal to P of A intersection E by P of E plus P of B intersection E by P of E minus, this can be written as P of A intersection B whole intersection E by P of E. Okay, so this can be written as P of A by E by the conditional probability plus this can be written as P of B by E with the help of conditional probability. This can be written as P of A intersection B by E. Okay, so that's the proof of theorem number 2. Next come to theorem number 3. Next come to theorem number 3. Now theorem number 3, what is given in theorem number 3? If A and B, two event A, this is also from the conditional probability, A and B be two events under the same sample space S. Okay, then probability of A bar by B, that's equal to 1 minus probability of A by B. Okay, now let's come to the proof. What will be the proof? We know that probability of P of S by B, that's equal to 1. You can see it from my previous video, you will get it this topic. Now probability of S by B is equal to 1. That means probability of A union A bar by B, probability of A union A bar by B, that's equal to 1. Understood? That's equal to 1. Since for a sample space or for a set, if we take one set over here, then if this is the universal set, or this is the sample space, universal or sample space for probability, that is the same. Now here A and this is A bar. Now if we union these two, we are getting the whole sample space. So here we are getting like that. So from here we can write it that now probability plus probability of A bar by B, okay, minus probability of A intersection A bar by B equal to 1. Now A intersection A bar, that should be what? Phi. So the probability of these things is getting what? 0. So probability of phi set, probability of phi is getting 0. So that's equals to probability of A by B plus probability of A bar by B equal to 1. From here we are getting probability of A bar by B is equals to 1 minus probability of A by B. Hope you have understood the proof. Okay, this is the proof of the next theorem, that is theorem number 3 from conditional probability property. Next we will move to independent event. First we are giving the introduction of this probability, that is from class 12 mathematics book. Next we will do some solution from conditional probability. Then we will move to the next type of question. Next move to the independent events. The independent events. Now if we take two events A and B, okay, then they should be called independent. If P of A by B, they are independent if P of A by B is equal to P of A, and P of B, obviously P of B not equals to 0. and P of B by A, that's equal to P of B, where P of A not equals to 0. Okay. Now P of A intersection B, P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B by A. We know that from conditional probability. Now if A, hello viewers, so next we are moving to the independent event. Okay, so now independent event, if we take two event A and B, if we take two events A and B, then probability of A by B is equal to probability of A if it happen where P of B not is equal to 0, then these two events are called independent event. Also, if P of B by A is equal to P of B where P of A not is equal to 0, if it happen, then also it's called A and B are called independent event. Now from conditional probability, how it's come? Next one proof we have to remember, that is probability of A intersection B equal to probability of A, probability of B. Now how it's come? Probability of A by B is equal to probability of A intersection B by probability of B. From conditional probability we know, you can check it out from my previous video. Now here probability of A, we are putting the value probability of A over here. Probability of A is equal to probability of A intersection B by probability of B. Now probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Understood? Next move to the difference between mutually exclusive and independent event. Now mutually exclusive event, if two event, what is mutually exclusive? If two event A and B, we take two event A and B, if A intersection B is equal to phi, okay, then probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of 0. If A intersection B is equal to phi, then the events are called mutually exclusive. Understood? And here the probability of mutually exclusive events are 0. So this is independent event. If we take A and B, so for independency we are already proven that A intersection B is equal to probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Now we take three event, that is A, B, C we are taking. For that, P of A intersection B is equal to PA into PB, P of B intersection C is equal to PB into PC, P of C intersection A is equal to PC into PA, and P of A intersection B intersection C is equal to PA into PB into PC. Understood? Now if all these four conditions happen, then we can say that A, B, C are independent event for for independency of three events. Understood? Next, A and B are said to be dependent if P of probability of A intersection B not is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Now this is the difference between mutually exclusive and independent event. Two statements we have to remember. The first statement is, two independent event with non-zero probability can't be mutually exclusive. Two mutually exclusive event with non-zero probability can't be independent. These two we have to remember. So that's it for this video regarding probability. I have already regarding probability